Hello and welcome to the relearning for the midpoint formula. The midpoint formula is this. When you have 2 points, x sub 1, y sub 1, and another, x sub 2, and y sub 2, the formula is simply this. X sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 and divided by 2. Find the midpoint. Well, let's give an example from here. Now I'm going to tell you, you need to write this down on the paper, and I'm going to ask you to turn in this paper when you're done. The midpoint formula is one that you're going to have to memorize. It's different than the distance formula, but you're going to have to take a look at it, and you're going to have to memorize it and how to be able to use it. There's just no other way around it. When we look at here, let's look at number 2 as an example. First of all, it says find the midpoint. So it might be helpful you to underline, highlight, do what you need to do for the midpoint. So when we have 2 points here, we have x sub 1 and y sub 1, and x sub 2 and y sub 2. You just put those values right in there. Our midpoint value is we're going to do 9 plus a negative 3. We're going to divide that by 2. This equals 6 divided by 2, which is a 3. The second part of this is for the y coordinate, which is 8 plus 4 divided by 2. 8 plus 4 is 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So these are the y's, so they go second. These are the x's, so they go first. And our midpoint is 3, 6. And that makes sense because 9 and negative 3 should have a number in between them, which is 3, and 8 and 4 should have a number between them, which is 6. So let's take a look at another formula from here. This is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Negative 4 plus 7 divided by 2. This is 3 divided by 2, which is 1 and 1/2. Now when we're looking at this signs, when we have different signs, we subtract. When we have the same signs, we add. So keep in mind your signs and your rules for adding and subtracting numbers that we learned in algebra. 2 plus a negative 9 divided by 2 is our second number. Y sub 1 is 2. Y sub 2 is negative 9. 2 plus negative 9 divided by 2. That's negative 7 divided by 2. That gives us a negative 3 1/2. Now, these are our x's, so it goes first. These are our y's, they go second. And that's our answer. Turn your paper over. There's a problem on here that I'd like you to try and to look at and hand it in to me so I can see that you understand what's going on. Right here on the bottom, what's the difference between the midpoint formula and the distance formula? Well, basically you need to memorize both of them. The midpoint is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, and the y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. Distance is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and A equals x sub 1 minus x sub 2. And B equals x or y sub 1 minus y sub 2. They're very, very different formulas. Don't mix them up, and you need to memorize the differences between the two. Please write your name in printing on the bottom of the sheet. When you're done with your problem, hand it in to me. Thank you.